Kids, let me take you through the story of 66 million years ago, when the world ended in a single day.
66 million years ago, the Earth belonged to the dinosaurs. It was the world of giants. Herds of giants shook the ground with every step. It was a world full of power and struggle. Then, everything changed. There is a lot of debate as to what happened on that day. However, all evidence supports the following asteroid theory. Far beyond the clouds, unknown to the dinosaurs, a huge asteroid the size of Mount Everest approached from space. It hurtled through space at 60 times the speed of sound. It had traveled millions of years, and Earth was its final destination. The planet changed in an instant. The flying mountain of fire struck. The asteroid slammed into the present Gulf of Mexico. The force with which the asteroid struck was more than 10 billion times the power of bombs dropped at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In one instant, the bedrock it hit melted into molten hot plasma. The impact to the Earth's crust was so hard that it gave away and created a hole almost 25 kilometers deep. The Earth around that spot melted, and flowing crust blasted into the atmosphere with a huge thrust. In one instant, forests became fire. It immediately burned everything within a radius of 1,500 kilometers around it. The ocean was pushed back, as if a giant had jumped into a huge puddle. As the displaced ocean returned, it also unleashed a series of tsunamis. Meanwhile, the vast amounts of rock blasted that into the stratosphere, rained back down as molten droplets, heating the planet's atmosphere and roasting animals that could not find shelter. It set wildfires for thousands of miles around. Miles from the site of impact, a cloud of gas swept across the Yucatan shoreline. Sulfur unleashed from shattered limestone combined with oxygen to form thick clouds that dimmed the sun's rays and set off storms of acid rain around the globe. Ecosystems that survived the initial impact collapsed. Winds faster than hurricanes flattened everything in their path. Volcanoes erupted. Earth cracked open, bleeding fire. The age of dinosaurs was coming to an end in one violent moment. However, the impact itself was only the beginning. The secondary effects were huge. Ash rained from the sky. Fires raged across the forests. The world grew dark for days and weeks. Sun vanished. In the absence of photosynthesis, plants withered. The food chain collapsed. The lack of sunlight killed marine life too. Without food, the giants fell. Predators starved. They were too weak to hunt. Every creature was affected. No matter the size, the buzzing, thriving Earth grew still. It is believed that between 75 and 80% of life on Earth had perished. It is also believed by many that the dinosaurs went extinct very quickly following the asteroid strike. But while a great many animals died at the moment of impact, many of the small mammals that lived among the dinosaurs were able to survive because they lived in burrows and could eat just about anything. However, life on Earth changed forever. A dynasty that ruled the Earth for 160 million years was finally over. The cold lasted for decades. Eventually, thousands of years later, the shroud of dust that smothered the sky began to settle. The sun returned, faint at first, like a distant torch shining through smoke. And when there is sunlight, life blooms. Years later, from scorched earth, the first plants rose, the ferns. They flourished where forests once stood. Birds such as sparrows, eagles, who evolved and adapted and are considered the direct descendants of dinosaurs, spread their wings. Mammals would eventually become the dominant animals on the planet. We don't know what the world would have looked like if the asteroid had not struck, but slowly, delicately, the Earth has drawn in a breath. We have come a long way and achieved a lot. A new era has risen from the ashes. But kids, we don't know what holds for us in future. We need to continue to be vigilant, careful, and hopeful.
To continue the story of the last day of dinosaurs in more details, keep watching Wonder Now.